Mary Travers was the daughter of two left-wing journalists. She was born in Kentucky. At the age of 2, she moved to New York and became part of the whole Greenwich Village hippie, folky, lefty scene, and became very much an integral part of that. And because she knew Pete Seeger, her dad knew Pete Seeger, she started singing his songs and became a member of a group called the Song Swappers when she was still at school, singing African songs, songs from around the world. And so, in a way, she was well ahead of her time in bringing, what I suppose would be called world music now to a mass audience. And then inevitably she started singing in the folk clubs around Greenwich Village, where Peter Yarrow and Neil Stookey were also playing. So this is where she kind of met up with the other two, and they were brought together as Peter, Paul and Mary. Peter, Paul and Mary were a very strange group. They were, in a way, an invented pop-folk group. They were put together completely artificially by a very brilliant manager called Albert Grossman, who later went on to manage Bob Dylan. So in one way they were constructed, but in the same time they developed very much a career of their own. And they weren't just a commercial group, they were very, very left-wing. They were very brave in what they did. So the songs they sang were freedom songs. They were songs of the civil rights movement. They sang the early songs of Dylan. Their first hit was If I Had a Hammer by the great left-wing singer and writer Pete Seeger. The sort of song that would have got him into trouble back in the 50s when he was hauled up before the House Un-American Activities Committee for being too left-wing. So they survived throughout the 60s very much as a group who brought folk music and protest music to a very wide audience. And then inevitably, with the rise of the Beatles, with the rise of rock music, they were swept away. There was always a nostalgia for them. People remember her glorious blonde hair and her fantastic good looks and a very beautiful, clear, if commercial, singing. But towards the end of her career, she was suffering from leukemia, and she hadn't actually played for a little while.